And one of the questions that we have received on the live stream on YouTube has to do with naked imagery being shared without consent. And that is exactly what the next presenter will tackle. We have Cecilie Sonne. She has a master's in digitalization and is one of the founding members of the Danish innovation startup SASHA, SafeShare. And without further ado, I would like to welcome Cecilie.
Thank you. I trust the sound is fine. I can hear myself. Hi, my name is Cecilie. I'm with the SASHA team, and we build an AI-powered image protection technology. I was not supposed to be the speaker today. Our founder was supposed to speak, but he just got back from Silicon Valley yesterday, having some very incredible meetings with platforms and other stakeholders that is going to lead to a potential breakthrough for us. So that's the reality of startup. But I'm very honored to be here today, and I thank you all for this acknowledgement because, we're very proud of our work. So let's start by imagining, is this the same? No? Wait, let's see. There we go. So let's start by imagining a world where we could control exactly where our photos end up. Pretty neat. But before getting into that vision, I want you all to hear from some of the survivors of online image abuse, because they are the reason we go to work every day. So here is Mia and Christian and their stories.
When it happened to me, I felt really suicidal. I didn't see how I could ever get a job, how I could ever be happy again. And I constantly had this fear or these thoughts that I was walking down the street and I was wondering, have you seen me naked? What about you and you? And I just didn't want to go outside anymore.
Det er et billede af min datter på 5,5 år, som er blevet brugt som bait, altså mading, til at kunne scanne enlige kvinder, der er søger kærlighed. Og så bliver falske profiler med mine billeder, der står der widowed doctor, single dad. Min datter, altså mit lille barn, brugt til at bede uskyldige mennesker, altså frygteligt.
And when you see how your picture is being shared online, organized into groups, and people are discussing your body, you feel really horrible.
So, as I think we've covered today, online abuse is not a new issue. Online image abuse is not a new issue. In fact, in our research, we talk about this area as the second wave of awareness surrounding image-based sexual violence or image-based sexual abuse and online abuse as online image abuse as a core. We also highlighted that this is a highly gendered issue, so I'm not going to go into all the staggering statistics behind me, but just to highlight some of the relevant ones for this conference. 1 in 3 women have already experienced online image abuse or image-based sexual violence. A statistic that is not up here is actually that 1 in 2 women stated that they experienced more online harassment than they do in the physical world. So stripping every digital aspect away from it, it comes down to behavior. Another thing that we looked into in our research is that right now we do have a lot of laws in place, we do have regulations in place. The problem is the people who are going to enforce the laws are not educated enough and they're not fully equipped to take on the cases. And this leads to a lot of victim blaming and the most highlighted reason for not reporting, not being taken seriously. That's why we had to start by researching what kind of challenges do we need to solve before creating our technical solution. And these are just some of them. I want to highlight that privacy was one of the main things highlighted by the users or by the individuals. Being able to control where your photos end up and who sees your photos was one of the primary things that was highlighted. Another issue we saw was that current solutions are not robust towards common types of manipulation. For instance, cropping, rotation, even compression, which happens every time we upload something to social media. And the most common one, screenshotting. We all do it, and most of the time we capture something that is not ours to have, right? The next thing was actually proving ownership or even providing evidence of who leaked your material. Providing something concrete that could pinpoint who leaked your image in the first place. It's a complete, huge issue for individuals, and the victim is always being put on a burden to provide this kind of evidence. Sorry. The next thing is very resource draining or resource demanding, the solutions we have in place right now. We rely solely on reporting systems that are unique to every single platform. There's no standard across any of them. And then we rely mostly on manual labor. Moderators, thousands of moderators are going through photos every day to see if they need to be taken down or not. And even if they do get taken down, they might end up again. And you can't do much about it. So, we saw a great opportunity to solve a global crisis, or at least address it, technically. What we didn't fully grasp at the beginning was the huge responsibility that follows trying to solve such a complex issue. We do, however, believe that we are the first solution that is addressing all of these issues. First of all, I want to highlight that we're very proud that we created an AI-powered technology that is focused on a decentralized approach, meaning our models can run on all devices, including the mobile phone or the smartphone, which is the most commonly used device when it comes to online image abuse. Furthermore, with this decentralized approach, we've managed to achieve unmatched privacy and scalability, making it more, you could say, likable when it comes to scaling the solution or even enabling prevention. And our vision is actually enabling prevention, because even though we could just support victims, we want to stop the abuse at the source. Another thing I want to highlight is that what makes us unique is that we embed our technology at pixel level, meaning it's more robust towards the types of manipulation that I just spoke of. It also means that using watermarking at the core of our technology, or forensic watermarking, also known as invisible watermarking, we're able to put something into the photo without it being visible to the naked eye, so your photos are still Insta-worthy. But also, it means that only our system, our AI models, know how to decode the information that we put into the photo. And it is more robust, unlike common types of solutions we have right now, like metadata, for instance, which is also stripped completely when you upload to, for instance, Meta's platforms. Or you have perceptual hashing, which is very good for privacy, but very bad when it comes to robustness. Because if you just tweak the photo a little, crop like a little corner of it, it's no longer useful. This enables prevention. And let me see. Yes, let me go through. So we should have a video starting shortly, maybe when I press this. Let's see.
Sharing our lives and experiences through photos is an integrated part of modern life. We're constantly entrusting people with our photos. Anna loves sharing her adventures with her friends, but sometimes it can turn into a nightmare. Now one of the receivers seems to have leaked her personal photo. And she feels frustrated and sad. Fortunately, Anna has SASHA on her side. SASHA is safe sharing. By helping you track leaked photos rapidly and efficiently, it streamlines the reporting and takedown process. Anna can use SASHA's technology to ensure automatic ownership for irrefutable proof that those are her photos. And most importantly, SASHA can help Anna identify the original leaker, empowering her to take decisive action and encouraging accountability on the perpetrator's side. Now Anna knows people will think twice before leaking her photos and continuing the cycle of violation of privacy. Join us in the fight against online image abuse. Protect your privacy and invest in your peace of mind with SASHA. SASHA, protecting images, memories, and lives.
And that we are. So, speaking of the technology, you might think, oh, well, how do I download it? When can I get it? We're not fully there yet, but we did build a very versatile technology. That was one of our main focuses. We want to enable prevention, and we want to make sure that this technology can be used in different environments. So, these are some of the ways we could distribute our technology. We could not only empower users directly with a digital tool, we can also integrate our technology directly into camera software on the OS level, or even in the upload phase on social media. And what do you mean about upload phase on social media? Well, if our technology was embedded in the upload server on, for instance, Meta's platforms, we could actually block photos that were flagged by SASHA, meaning we could stop the abuse directly at the source. And that is amazing news, because that means SASHA could actually become the new standard when it comes to protecting photos online. And that is our vision. We want to make sure that photos are safe to share, and that you can share your photos with confidence, that they are safe, that you can trust people, and that you can be whoever you want. It's your photos and your rules. Thinking about this, you might say, well, how are you going to get those platforms to talk? Because there's a lot of conversation right now around online image abuse, CSAM, NCII material. And we did actually address them 2 years ago. We addressed them again this year. And as I said, Thomas was just there. And they are very welcoming with our solution, because where we have our strength is actually that we can focus solely on online image abuse. And that's the difficulty when you are a large mainstream platform, is that, I mean, you need to earn money. It's a business like everything else. So we are very fortunate that we can try at least to contribute to a solution here. What I can say is that we actually recently tested an integration with iMessage, and it was successful. So we proved that our technology can actually work with an integration. Also, another great news is that we are launching our first version of SASHA app next year. So it will be downloadable with all its flaws at the beginning, but we are learning like everyone else. And what I want to say is that we're not just releasing another app. We're trying to accommodate the immediate demand that we've seen in our research, and it's honestly really depressing. But we do still willingly and wholeheartedly believe in our vision to enable prevention. And that is why we continue to push the conversation on this. So we wouldn't be here today without all these great people. I'm not going to introduce them all by name, but I want to say on behalf of me and the other founding team member, Nana, who's also here today, we're very proud that so many talented and very experienced people decided to join our journey and are trying to push forward and actually push this technology where we've never been. So AI watermarking is a very new emerging field. It's only 5-6 years old. And we believe that we are actually one of the leading parts in that research. So without further ado, please give an applause to the team and to yourself for supporting this great movement. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Cecilie. Thank you so much. Is there a question from the audience to Cecilia? Yeah, Christian?
If you go 2 slides back, this
Here?
slide, the API integration.
Oh.
Some of the worst cases we've seen are dedicated sites hosted usually locally on either deep or dark web.
Yeah.
Usually those sites aren't very forthcoming with API access.
No.
Where in the ecosystem would SASHA prevent some of the images being shared there?
Can you repeat the question? Because the people online don't hear the
Oh,
question
maybe
from the audience.
Oh, I need to repeat. Oh,
If you
yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So the question was how we convince some of the, you could say, ill-intended platforms or servers to integrate our technology or access via API. I mean, it's a difficult question, I'm honest, in here. What we focused mostly on is actually mainstream platforms, because some of the abuse happening on online platforms, they have the most severe, you could say, type of harm to the victim when they are exposed in their own community. And what happens, you could say, on dark web, or in a Discord group, there are many of them, unfortunately. We're not able to address that unless Discord is willing to actually integrate our technology. However, as I just mentioned, you want to address the issue where it hurts the most, and we need to do something somewhere first, and then eventually we hope it will, you could say, drain to the other platforms. So I'm sorry, I'm not saying that we could actually stop all trolls, all sextortionists, all harassers, but I do think that this is a great opportunity to enable prevention and also address the lack of accountability that we're seeing. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you so much.